the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News
New
Now.
ownership is imminent, and I think it's the perfect time to hit the refresh button.
Now at 6 on DC News Now, moving back to the district after 27 years. The conversation's happening right now to relocate the Commanders to Washington, D.C.
And inflation easing, the newest federal data when it comes to grocery prices. Tonight, we're helping you stretch your dollar.
And it's Latino Restaurant Week in the district.
I'm hoping that we get a lot of new customers that were probably not integrated or involved with Latino culture.
We're live in the H Street corridor with the excitement from restaurants to share their culture with the district.
Hi everyone, it's really good to see you with cloudy skies across the district. We are tracking rain, unfortunately. We have multiple waves that we are tracking and cooler temperatures. We'll take a look at that forecast coming up.
Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us tonight for DC News Now at 6. I'm Thasmeen Mahfouz.
And I'm Mark Hall in for Chris Flanagan. Breaking news tonight, Virginia prosecutors are requesting a special grand jury investigation into the deadly police shooting of Timothy Johnson. Johnson was suspected of shoplifting a pair of sunglasses from Tyson's Corner Shopping Mall when two Fairfax County police officers chased him into the woods. This happened back on February 22nd of this year. Well, earlier this month, the initial grand jury did not return an indictment for a now fired officer in the altercation. An attorney for the Johnson family says a judge has approved the prosecution's request to impanel the grand jury.
And also breaking tonight, the town of New Carrollton has fired Police Chief David Rice. The mayor confirming that information to DC News Now. We're working to find out more information as to why. Now, we told you back in December he was banned from the department after an employee reported fearing for her life during a meeting, saying that he screamed in her face and threatened her. And when we spoke to Chief Rice in December, he denied any wrongdoing. He had led the department for the past decade. Now, still a developing story tonight. We'll bring you latest on DC News Now at 9 and 10.
New details tonight. RFK Stadium was home to the Commanders, who made history at the site in the team's glory days. But in 1996, the team abandoned D.C. for Prince George's County. The stadium was scheduled for demolition because it was in serious disrepair due to fires and a lot of other problems. But now there's talk of using the site to lure the Commanders back to the nation's capital.
Yeah, so Mayor Bowser would love to have the land here behind him, back into the hands behind. We were supposed to see Leonard, but we don't have him live right now, so that's why. As he does report, there appears to be a disagreement on the council on whether or not that idea actually will follow through.
I think we have a once-in-a-generation opportunity staring us in the face to welcome the team back to the nation's capital.
Council at Large member Kenyon McDuffie says he's elated at the prospect of trying to lure the Commanders back to D.C. With the team's strong signals of a sale from owner Dan Snyder, McDuffie thinks this could be D.C.'s moment to get the team out of Maryland.
You have to be living under a rock to not feel the excitement in some of the more recent momentum with both the announcement of the name change and the announcement of the sale of the team.
McDuffie says this isn't far-fetched.
New ownership is imminent, and I think it's the perfect time to hit the refresh button.
But not so fast, says Council Chairman Phil Mendelson.
The council has not been supportive of that. The council feels that a better use of that site is primarily housing with some commercial retail.
Mendelson says there could be other sites available in D.C. to lure the team back, but comes with challenges, he adds.
Anytime there's thought about having another sports stadium, it always comes with, well, and the city has to pay. And that's where it becomes more difficult.
Before the city commits to any deal, purported allegations of sexual abuse within the team must be made public.
Thought about having another sports stadium, it always comes with, well, and the city has to pay.
Because otherwise we are complicitous in the cover-up, if you will.
McDuffie, however, thinks a new deal will attract jobs and economic activity to D.C.
And I'm happy to try to get my colleagues as excited as I am about it.
Leonard and
All right, so again, that was Leonard and Fleming reporting out. Prince George's County Executive Angela Alsterbrooks has talked about keeping the team in her county, but her office offered no comment today.
And developing tonight after remains of several unidentified individuals were found spanning decades, the Virginia office of the chief medical examiner is set out to identify these individuals. Using CT scans of their skulls found, the chief medical examiner and the FBI were able to render facial approximations to help identify these people and hopefully put them to rest. Take a listen.
Doesn't have to be a relative. You know, if it's a neighbor from 10 years ago and they see the photos and it looks like someone they used to live with or went to college with or worked with, definitely pick up the phone. Our hope is, of course, to get everyone identified, but if we can get one of these cases identified, I think that's a pretty good start.
And these are the images of the unidentified individuals. If you recognize any of these people, you are asked to contact the Central District of the Chief Medical Examiner's office.
And developing now, a man and his dog were stabbed inside a home. It happened on Cedar Break Drive in Centerville. Now, the victim was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The dog is at a local animal hospital in critical condition. Police have a suspect in custody. All right, we got to talk about the weather. We had a great day today, and Chief Meteorologist Jessa Webb is here.
You know, Jenna, I'm the only one that's just thriving in these temperatures.
No,
I love it.
No, I feel you. I am
no complaints either. Yeah,
loving
like
the cooler pattern.
Yeah.
You know, it's a dramatic break from last week when we were well above average. We're back in the 60s, and we're actually below average. For this time of year, folks, we should be sitting around 71, about 72 degrees. But what we are seeing, you can take a live look at our camera here, increasing clouds. So not getting a good dose of vitamin D. And tomorrow afternoon, kind of much of the same, where we're tracking a few bursts of showers. It's going to be pretty beneficial to our dry weather pattern that we are currently in across the district. We need the rain, so it's going to be very beneficial. We're still about 4 inches below average for this time of year. Live look out towards Dual Highway in Hagerstown, increasing clouds, and we're going to continue to stay that way. 57 right now across the district and parts of the DMV, sitting under partly cloudy conditions. Tonight we're going to remain on the dry side. You could see a few isolated pockets of showers out towards western Maryland, but we're A-OK here. 61 for official high for D.C. today, out towards Culver County, 64 degrees. Kind of the larger scope of things, and what we're really going to be focused on is this slight disturbance that is causing some rainfall across the Great Lakes. Folks, that's headed our way. When to expect the rainfall? We'll time that out coming up.
And the price of groceries all around dropped in March. This all according to the latest inflation report, and it signals a slowdown of what consumers pay day to day.
And that's why DC News Now consumer reporter Ben Dennis has the latest look at prices and check on costs in popular local stores. Ben, what did you discover, and how can families stretch their dollar?
Well, we found that eggs scrambled to the top of the list when it came to food prices that had decreased the most from February to March, 11% less expensive. In the meantime, other popular foods, not just breakfast items, they did get a little bit pricier. So that's why consumer advocates continue to urge shoppers to price check before checking out at the register. The Consumer Price Index said grocery prices slightly dipped in March, though they're 8.4% more costly than March of 2022. So where to save the most compared to February? We price checked foods that decreased in price the most between Walmart, Giant, and Harris Teeter. Take eggs first and foremost. A 12-count carton at Walmart costs $2.33. They're the winner among the three retailers. And the price of ham runs $1.19 a pound over at Giant for an entire ham. When it comes to lettuce, Walmart and Harris Teeter, $1.98, $1.99 respectively for a head of lettuce, and 1 pound package of Land O'Lakes butter costs $4.98 at Walmart. It's $1.31 cheaper, or more expensive rather, at Giant and Harris Teeter. And among prices that tipped upward, breakfast cereals were at the top. Take the price of Honey Nut Cheerios. The same 11-ounce box priced $3.68 at Walmart, $5.29 at Giant, and Harris Teeter promotes a 15.4-ounce large box for $3.50, significantly less. Just look for their special edition Guardians of the Galaxy packaging for that deal. And consumers can further stretch their dollar by signing up for grocery store rewards programs offering cash back. It's a similar perk that certain credit cards may also offer consumers, but financial planners add. It's important to pay those credit card bills on time to avoid late fees when those interest rates, which are steep, they start kicking in. In the newsroom, Ben Dennis, DC News Now.
And thank you for those helpful tips. And also happening now, DC's first ever Latino Restaurant Week is underway in the district.
Sounds like a lot of good food, and that's right. And more restaurants are participating. That includes Fresca Taqueria on 8th Street. My Spanish not that good. I apologize to you, Tasmin, right here in person on live television. Well, the family has a long history in the restaurant industry before moving to the district from Mexico. Our Annalisa Gale joins us now live from Fresca.
Yeah, Annalisa got the great assignment today. And Annalisa this week could really help local businesses.
Yeah, hey guys, at least 18 restaurants are participating in the first ever Latino Restaurant Week here in the district. I'm going to step out of the way here. So many people are already starting to support this business here on 8th Street. Restaurant Week will run from the 24th, which was yesterday, until the 30th. Now, business here is pretty steady, but it was a little slow during the winter. So this particular family-owned business is hoping for a boost this week.
We're originally from Veracruz in Mexico. My mother immigrated here about 20-something years ago. She worked for a restaurant for over 10 years, and it was always her dream to open her own restaurant, especially because we find it tough to go to Mexican restaurants without arguing about how the food is not how it should be.
Fresca Taqueria has been a family-owned business along 8th Street since 2016, overcoming obstacles along the way.
It seems like slowly people are coming back. People are actually going into restaurants more.
The National Restaurant Association says at the height of the pandemic in March 2020, 44% of restaurants temporarily closed. But Evelyn Bastian says the family-owned business managed to survive with hard work and creativity.
We offer delivery, which was something we didn't do before. And we also offer, curbside pickup as well.
But the challenges still remain as the city recovers from the impacts of COVID-19.
These days it's tough with inflation. Inflation prices have skyrocketed. It's also tough that since you're in a metropolitan area.
This week she hopes to see an increase in customers during the city's first ever Latino Restaurant Week.
There are more than 6,400 Latino-owned businesses in the area, and the DC metro region has a higher concentration of Latino-owned businesses than the United States at large.
Definitely looking forward to this upcoming 2 weeks with Cinco de Mayo also coming around the corner. We know it's going to be a pretty steady, and hopefully we'll get a lot of people coming in, and enjoying Mexican food as it should be.
All right, so if you're interested in participating, here's the hashtag that you can look out for on social media. It's DC Latino RW. You can follow that hashtag on Twitter or Instagram to find out the restaurants that are participating. Of course, today is Taco Tuesday, so lots of specials and lots of opportunities to support. Live from 8th Street tonight, Annalisa Gale, DC News Now.